Can you hear me? The thing I fear most in the land, the thing that keeps me awake at night, is in my hut right now.
After more than a decade of the Shrek prequel Puss in Boots, a suave, smooth-talking feline is back. And as happy as fans are for his return to the big screen, we're still waiting for him to come across beloved fan-favorite green ogre Shrek. Shrek 5 was rumored to be in development in 2016, but since then we've had very little news on when we can expect him to make a return. It was reported by Cinema Blend that the movie was set to be released in 2020, but for some reason the film is still circling around in development. But following the recent release of the latest trailer for Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, fans are speculating that this is a big sign that Shrek 5 might be coming sooner than we think. So today we're going to be looking at everything we know about Shrek 5.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shrek is an American media franchise created by DreamWorks Animation, which is loosely based on the William Staves' 1990 picture book by the same name. The franchise is built up of Shrek, Shrek 2, Shrek the Third, and Shrek Forever After, alongside a range of spin-offs and most recently, supporting character Puss in Boots within the same universe having their own feature films. The franchise has become a hot cult classic with the internet full of parody concepts, memes, and what is pretty much a big in-joke of today's generation, proving the characters and film's popularity over a decade after Shrek was first introduced. So, of course, fans are still holding out for a hero in hopes the ogre will make his return once again. Although the release date for Shrek 5 isn't confirmed, and we're not sure what stage of production the studio is at, the latest trailer for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish seemed to suggest it could happen soon. The trailer features the iconic song All Star by Smash Mouth, which has become strongly associated with Shrek following its soundtracking of the opening scene in the first film. So it could be possible that the Last Wish trailer is trying to bring back some nostalgia and build even more hype. It's even possible Shrek could even make an appearance in the upcoming Puss in Boots movie. And it is definitely a possibility in terms of the story. With the Puss in Boots movies acting as prequels to Shrek, we'd see the plot of The Last Wish leading up to Puss becoming an ogre killer who is introduced in Shrek 2. And we could see his first meeting with Shrek from his perspective. This would be a great way for the story to connect and introduce Shrek once again ahead of the release of Shrek 5. And although this looks like a promising concept for Shrek 5, it still leaves the question as to why it's taking so long. Plans for the fifth installment were first canceled and brought back in 2016, but have since stalled again, and are yet to start production again, although DreamWorks and NBC Universal both confirmed that Shrek 5 would be made to complete the franchise. After the success of Shrek 2, producer Jeffrey Katzenberg went on to confirm that the story of Shrek has been scripted for 5 films right from the beginning. So it's been in talks since 2004. Katzenberg spoke on the prospect of a 5th film and said that they'd like the characters to have a little bit of time to rest, but reassured fans that we'll have another chapter in the Shrek series. Shrek script writer Michael Cullers also hinted that the storyline has had a pretty big reinvention, with Katzenberg adding that Shrek 5 is set to bring back Lord Farquaad, although the 5th movie is rumored to not pick up where the previous movie ended. But we could definitely see Shrek 5 focusing on Shrek and Fiona's hectic life raising a bunch of teenagers. And if they inherit the attitude and stubborn nature of their parents, we're sure to be in for a hilarious watch. And of course, DreamWorks has acquired new owners who have said they want the 5th film to be different from the first 4. And according to the company, they would reinvent and give the new movie a fresh story, seeming like it could turn into reboot territory, which would be a huge risk for the studio when appealing to fans of the original franchise. But it seems like the story might not be the only element of the franchise set for a complete refresh, but also the design of Shrek to make him appear more realistic than the more cartoon-like designs of supporting characters. At Universal Studios in Florida, Shrek was spotted with a new design that sent the internet into a frenzy of debate about whether this is an insight that a new Shrek movie is on the way and if the character will be sporting a fresh look. And most recently, DreamWorks Animation has unveiled a new opening logo sequence showcasing an updated Moonchild design that's set to debut in theaters ahead of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Keeping the framework of the iconic score, the new intro features some of DreamWorks' most familiar faces from Kung Fu Panda's Po, The Bad Guys, and Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. The intro concluded with the iconic trio of Shrek, Princess Fiona, and Donkey. Veteran animators at DreamWorks collaborated on this new introduction. Margie Cohn, the president of DreamWorks Animation, said that the choice to conclude the intro with the characters of Shrek was a no-brainer. Speaking to The Hollywood Reporter, she said, "Shrek started the whole thing with really contemporary stories, a realistic look, contemporary jokes. It wasn't timeless. It wasn't classic. It was very there and now. And the use of celebrity voices was not really done in that frequency before DreamWorks came on the scene. But what I love about Shrek is that it's irreverent and spoke to the outsider. It became a symbol of what could be successful, that you don't have to play by the rules. To me, that is a great banner for the brand. And if the speculation of the prospect of Shrek 5 isn't enough to give fans hope of another movie, you'll be pleased to know that Mike Myers, who voices the Green Ogre, is ready to jump back into the role. The star recently told GQ that he loved to do a Shrek movie every year, saying, "The concept of going from a self-loathing ogre to a self-accepting ogre was meaningful to me. I love playing Shrek. If I had to do one Shrek a year, I'd be thrilled." So hopefully, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and more follow suit for Shrek 5 for one last venture to the swamp. But until then, we'll be patiently waiting for any announcements on Shrek 5. And while we wait, we want to know what you'd want to see in Shrek 5. Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awesome content. Thanks for watching.
Fake a conversation, and you know I can fake it to your eyes, and that ain't just one single complication, 'cause I know